Now it's recording. Okay. Video inside of the video is recording now. Okay, 3, 2, 1. What is up, YouTube? This is your boy, the original Renaissance man, Devon DaVinci, and right now I'm going to be getting into a video that should spark a lot of discussion. I just want to go ahead and clear some things about my opinion about this word. I'm going to leave it for after the video. I'm going to go ahead and react to the video first. Of course, this is Louis C.K. offended by the N-word. I want to go ahead and see what this has to offer because a few people recommended that I react to this, as well as another one that he had that was related to the N-word. And I just want to see exactly what, his commentary is about and everything. So let's go ahead and check it out.
Everybody has different words that offend them, different things that they hear that they get offended by. To me, the thing that offends me the most is every time that I hear the N-word. Not nigger, by the way. I mean the N-word. Literally, whenever a white lady on CNN with nice hair says the N-word, that's just white people getting away with saying nigger. That's all that is. They found a way to say nigger. N-word. It's bullshit, because when you say the N-word, you put the word nigger in the listener's head.
True.
That's what saying a word is. You say the N-word and I go, oh, she means nigger. You're making me say it in my head. Why don't you fucking say it instead and take responsibility?
Oh yeah, viewer discretion is advised. I don't want YouTube flagging this shit.
Words you want to say.
Just in case.
Just say it. Don't hide behind the first letter like a faggot. Just say nigger, you stupid cunt.
I see what you did there.
I don't know. I don't care. Somebody will kick my ass. I mean, all this shit goes on in my head. I don't really I thought the word nigger the other day. I'm going to tell you this story. And it wasn't racist. It wasn't a race-even connotation. Let me tell you what happened. I went to a coffee place. And it was like a cool indie coffee. I don't like Starbucks anymore because you go there and they don't care anymore. They just press a button and some old lady's diarrhea comes out and they just give it to you. So I go to like a young people cool coffee place.
Get that picture out of my head.
Playing notices on the walls, and it's called like the Howling Do whatever thing. And the dude behind the counter's got a tight T-shirt and a ponytail, and he's like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And I was like, "Hey, can I get a cappuccino?" And he's like, "Yeah, right on, totally." Like, he's amazed that he could help me. Like, oh yeah, I got all this stuff right here. That's awesome. And so he starts making my coffee he works so hard. He ground the beans just for that one cup and put them in the thing and tamped them with this old thing, and you click, clack, and click, and then he took the milk and he frothed it like for like an hour, and then he banged it on the counter. I don't know why, it was awesome, and he scooped it in and put a little cocoa on it, and he's like, "Here you go, man." And I was just blown away, and for some reason, as I left there, the thought in my head was, that nigger made the shit out of my coffee. I don't know why. He wasn't black. That's just what was in my heart for some reason. Was that nigger made the shit out of my coffee. I don't know. I don't care.
Alright, yeah, that was actually a quick video. I'm probably going to react to the other one, the whole cunts and nigger reaction. I'm going to probably go ahead and check that one out a little bit later. Now, my opinion about the word. It seems like some people might have confused that I am just flat out accepting of the word, because truthfully I'm not. And that goes for both versions of the word, whether it's nigger or nigga. I'm kind of iffy about it. Now, don't get me wrong. To me, the N-word is like smoking. If you grew up doing it, then whatever. I mean, you can't really fight it because chances are that's just what you've been used to. Now, if you can try to stop, it's recommended, but it's not like, oh, well, you have to stop saying it. But if you didn't grow up with the word, I mean, from a historical standpoint, yeah, go ahead and use the word or whatever. But I don't get why you'd want to get into it if you aren't used to it. It just seems kind of weird to me, like, as far as that's concerned. Like, my whole argument was, like, the people that actually got the most from that word, like, from a negative standpoint, like the people from the civil rights movement and before that, I guarantee if you were to walk up to any of them, whether it was Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, or whoever, and was like, "Hey, what's up, my nigga?" I guarantee you, they're not gonna look at it like, "Oh, well, he put the A at the end of it, so you know it's cool." Nah, chances are they probably sit you down and educate you on that. Like, I get that people want to try to turn into something positive, and in some regards, that's understandable. But at the same time, if you're going to try to turn it into something different and say, oh, well, you add the A on it, it turns into a different word. Well, that means that if somebody of another race says it and throw the A on it, and you can clearly tell they threw the A on it, don't get offended. Like, don't get mad because somebody used your logic with the word and, you know, said it, and then, oh, well, he just said the word, so I'm automatically mad. Like, if you're going to use that same argument, then it has to go both ways. You can't say, oh, it's a different word, then we hear someone say the different word, get mad. Now, at the same time, like I said, I can tell when somebody's trying to get on my nerves with the word and just say, like, they overuse it and say it intentionally, like, a lot, just because they feel like they can get away with saying it. And, like, you already know how YouTube works. If you put that word all in the comment section, chances are it's going to get flagged, because I've already marked that word because of trolls. Not because of the historical standpoint and whatever, but because of trolls. I already marked the word on my channel. So if you say it, chances are it's going to go into my filtered section or whatever. And I'm going to end up reading it, and depending on how you use it, then I'll either approve it or disapprove it. If it's unnecessary, like if you can make an argument without using it, then, you know, it's best to do the exact same comment that you did before, just change it around a little bit. But, yeah, like I said, I'm very iffy on the word. I don't like the word because I know all the history and everything behind it. It's kind of funny. Like, white people, they don't really have a word I guess you can compare it to, at least from black people. Like, black people don't have a word for white people that affects them as much. As far as, like, the other words, like honky or cracker or whatever, I've never heard that word used in a serious context. Every time I've heard it, it's always been ironic or something. Or like you were making a joke about like what you heard on TV or something, like Chris Rock, he used to have that joke, crack ass cracker, I put my foot in that crack ass cracker. Like, that's the only time I've ever used that word. Or at least in that sense. I've used cracker before, of course, when it came to food. But I never used it as far as like trying to be offensive. Yeah, I know Hispanics have a word for white people, and I think that's a little bit more serious than the black people's version of it. So I guess that would have to be something that you would have to listen to a Hispanic person give their opinion on, or white people, I guess, depending on how they feel about hearing that word. But as far as the N-word, I can only give you my perspective. I can't even give you black people as a whole's perspective, because every black person is different. It's best to ask them what they think of that word first, because that way you wouldn't have a misunderstanding. Like, don't automatically assume, oh, well, this person on YouTube said that he doesn't mind hearing it in a historical context, and then you say it to somebody else and they get offended. Because, like I said, everybody's different. Everybody's an individual. Some people get offended more easily than others. And whether you like it or not, that's just their feelings about it. That's just how it is. And one more thing I was about to say about the N-word. A lot of time, like, a lot of people, there's this, like, reverse racism idea, because people on TV or something, you might hear that they said it in the past, and then next thing you know, they're getting all their endorsements taken from them, and their shows and everything else, and then people are like, oh, well, black people are just getting too offended by that word. I'm gonna give you some real straight up facts, at least from what I've been able to pick up. Black people, as like for mostly, don't give a damn what some person on TV says. Like, unless you say it directly to my face, we don't really give a fuck. Like, if I, like, for instance, Hulk Hogan, he was one of my biggest inspirations. I had his DVD, I had his books and everything. Then I found out all the stuff he said on the tape. It wasn't that I was all like, oh, well, they need to kick Hulk Hogan out of the Hall of Fame, and then they need to get rid of him. And no, I was just like, all right, well, I'm not fucking with him no more. Like, that's it. I'm not fucking with him no more. Paula Deen, I heard she said all that stuff she said on TV or whatever, or not on TV, but behind closed doors and stuff. And all I said was, I'm not fucking with her. Like, okay, well, I'm probably not going to watch the show or nothing. Like, I'm not sitting here going, oh, she needs to lose her show, and they need to take her endorsements, and this, that, and the other. For the most part, unless there's a black person running the Food Network, which I don't think they are, chances are we don't really have the power to do that type of thing. Like, unless you're running the cable company or running the advertisements, we don't have the power to say, oh, well, take that person's stuff away. Like, usually we just go up, well, we're not fucking with them. And I don't even care about the advertisers on the channel. Like, let's say Amazon is on Fox News. I don't really watch Fox News. I watch every once in a while to see what their narrative on certain stories are compared to other media or whatever. But, like, if Amazon's ad popped on Fox News, that don't mean I'm gonna be like, oh, well, I'm not buying from Amazon no more. Like, I don't care. Like, it depends on what I need. Unless the person from Amazon directly had said something like racist or whatever, then I might not fuck with them. But again, I'm not sitting there going, oh, well, they need to lose their job and do this, that, and the other. Like I said, this is all my opinion. I'm not saying anybody should take it seriously. If that's your thing, I'm just telling you how I feel. So there shouldn't be any questions about what I'm thinking when I hear that word. So anyway, that's been this reaction. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and share. I'm going to move on to more videos. I got some more stuff I got planned. That's been the original Renaissance man, Devon DaVinci. I'll see you on the next video. Deuces.